Hey, I'm Victor Margiotta, and this is the Community Show. I can't believe it's time to talk about the feast already. And we have the president. Are you the president this year?
I'm the feast chairman.
The feast chairman, Anthony Capicotti, to talk about the feast this year. And Anthony, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Victor.
So, you're getting ready, but there's a lot going on besides the feast. We have a woman coming that's going to talk about St. Padre Pio.
Correct.
That'll be on the 16th.
That's correct, the night before, yeah.
Okay,
The
so
night before the start, which is actually the 16th is the actual feast date in Calabria.
that's right. The Our Lady of Mount Carmel Society is after Our Lady of Mount Carmel.
That's correct, correct.
So the woman's going to come up and do a talk about Padre Pio.
Yeah, there's a foundation that she's involved with that is one of our biggest fans, Casey Marbito Green. She organized this through Let It Shine, and they have they have worked out a deal to bring her in and get us all to learn about Padre Pio, who was a big part of there's a lot going on with him. I can't go into it because I don't really know.
Okay.
I'm waiting to get educated.
Yes.
So on the
That's great.
16th, I'm looking forward to it.
Can anybody go? Do we have to get tickets?
No tickets. Just it's open to the public.
Okay, so the 16th at 6:30
Correct.
at the Mount Carmel Society
Correct.
in Verplank
In Verplank,
on Highland Avenue.
155 Highland.
Okay, excellent. I actually read up a little on Padre Pio, but I've been informed about him. He, as a young man, his parents weren't really religious, but his nanny was a religious person. And he went right into the priesthood at 15 years old and became a priest by the time he was 17, I'm thinking, and was very devout Catholic. They said he did confessions 14 to 16 hours a day, and he honestly believed that it was the most important thing was to confess every week. He said if you go into a room a week later and there's dust, that's the same thing with with your sins. You have to stay on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it.
Yeah. Now you have an opening ceremony at the club also to present some awards. You have a scholarship that you give out.
Yeah, we have two scholarships actually. One, two for two. Each year we give scholarships to they write essays from the Italian class at the Hendrick Hudson High School.
Nice.
And they submit their essays, and we give out two $500 scholarships for the upcoming school year, and we have two this year, and they will be distributed at our kickoff party, which is on the 17th at 6:15 at Mount Carmel Hall as well.
Nice.
We have everybody in it, everybody, local dignitaries. Some of our members are involved. Most of the board from the club is there, and it's a nice way to start the event.
Who's doing the cooking this year?
Casey's husband, Mike,
All right.
and Richie Marbito.
All right.
Yeah.
That Richie does a lot.
Richie is tremendous. Richie's
Yeah.
tremendous. Mike's tremendous. I really don't give them enough gratitude for what they do for the Mount Carmel Society.
Well, I've known Richard, I guess, my whole life. Him and his mother and my mother were best friends. Like I've said before, my mother had 5 best friends, but she was allowed because she had the personality,
That's right.
and everybody loved her because she had 10 kids.
Yeah.
And she was funny,
Yeah. Oh, she was great. She was great. Yes.
She was the best. But hey, Richard, thanks for all that excellent work you do.
Yes.
And he does. He posts a lot of his cooking on.
He's quite
Facebook.
the culinary guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he
he's
really
awesome.
is. He really is. He's sometimes, and Mike is great too. I mean, the two of them, when I cook at home, I use a lot of their stuff. Not that I cook at home. I mean, my wife is basically the engineer of the cooking, but I get some ideas from them. Yeah.
All right. Well, since we're talking about your wife, let's talk about the kids. They're all good.
Yeah. So all 5 of them are very, very good.
Yeah.
And my wife is very good at what she does, and that is taking care of my home.
Yeah.
Taking care of my 5 children.
Excellent.
And she's great at it. She takes care of me.
Beautiful.
And I couldn't be happier.
And the boys started a business.
Yes, the boys started a business. So my son Rocco he always wants to be an entrepreneur. So I'm in the construction industry. So we started a small business called JCap,
Excellent.
You know, which is a good business for him to learn and get his feet wet in the industry. So we'll see where it takes us.
Yep. Good.
You know.
Actually did some work for my friend Greg. Hi,
Yeah.
Greg.
Hi, Greg.
And he was very happy with the
Yeah.
work. So,
Greg, yes, we did. We did. Greg was very happy.
yeah, good.
Good to hear. That is good to
Yeah,
hear.
no, I know. And the daughters, your daughters are good?
Yeah.
The
they're-
one's going to Italy, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So next year she's going to Italy with the same Italian class that we are giving the scholarships
Awards
to.
right.
So she's going next year with her Italian class, and she's going to actually get there before me, which is great. But I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
She's very excited, and I'm very excited for her.
Good.
Yeah.
And they're not involved in the dance as much, so
No, they're basically high school now. It's cheer, sports. My daughter Simona's into lacrosse, and then I got the little guy Enzo who's doing.
yeah. How's he doing?
He's doing well. He's
Good.
growing too fast, as a matter of fact. You know, he's growing quick. He with the little league and lacrosse this year.
Yeah.
He's having fun, and we're having fun with him.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's a very lively household I have. We go from 22 down to 6, and at one point during the evening, all 5 of them are there with me and my wife.
That's awesome.
And you hear about dinosaurs, you hear about makeup, you hear about a hair dryer,
Well,
garbage
that's it.
cans, and backhoes.
There you
I mean, I
go.
get it all in one shot.
So a very broad spectrum.
Oh yeah,
you
and
know?
it happens until my eyes are closed. I can
Yeah,
tell you that.
that's
So it's always an eventful evening in my house.
And of course, you're passing the tradition of the feast, which is over 100 years old now, right?
Correct. Yeah,
1922.
Yeah.
It started.
Yeah.
And it was all Italians coming over from Italy, working at the quarry in Verplank
Mm-hmm.
or in the brickyard, right? And they started a feast, the Lady of Mount
Yeah.
Carmel, which
Yeah.
is on the 16th of July.
That's correct.
That's why it's always the third Sunday of the month that they have the feast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great tradition that you're going to pass on to these guys.
Yes.
So your boys are helping out this year.
Correct. They are very helpful.
Good.
They have brought in a lot of their friends and a lot of their friends' fathers and a lot of people that are want to be more involved. The word is starting to spread.
Yeah.
We had like a generational gap that we're trying to make up here with membership, and it seems to be snowballing right now. And I'm very excited about it because this is a tradition. I mean, you have tradition, I have tradition. The Italian tradition is built into us, and without passing it on, it'll just fade away.
Yeah. You got to keep it going.
And this club, my grandfather was one of the founding members, and he did come over from Calabria. They started the feast in 1922, which then turned into the Mount Carmel Society. The feast kept going, and here we are today, 102 years later.
Wow.
And I started at a young age.
Yeah.
But
Now, you
know-
remember before they put you to work, how was it just going and having a good time?
I grew up with the feast like you did.
Yeah.
Summer wasn't summer without the feast. It was part of growing up in Verplank, and the summers were never. I always knew that the feast was coming. Right. It was always when's the feast, and you built your whole summer around that. Because my father was so involved.
Yeah.
And my family was so involved. But my memories of the feast were, just like everybody else's: the fireworks, the sausage and peppers, the games, the rides. Cotton candy.
Yeah.
But Zeppelis, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Big part of my growing up.
I actually make them. I just make them with the pizza dough from the restaurant, but you got to let it fluff up.
Yeah.
And then just drop them in the fryer, and they come out good. And then once you put the powdered sugar on, bang, it's ready to go. So,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other booths? How did it work out last year with the food trucks?
We were successful last year with the food trucks.
Good.
We have a woman who is she gets involved. She helps a lot with our committee. She organizes and she strategizes what we need, how we're going to need, and some vendors can do a couple nights and some can't. So she schedules everything, and it's really working out well. And last year we did well with it. It gives a wide variety of food, and we also get different flavor. You know, something
Yeah.
like the old feast was just zeppoli, sausage and pepper. You know, gyros, and but this time we get flavors, and it's more international foods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're bringing a little bit different flavor, and I love all of it. You know, I'm not just a sausage and pepper guy. I eat everything.
Yeah.
So I love to have it there, and it has been successful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We just had a big opening of the amphitheater down in Verplank. This was 2 Saturdays ago. I guess there was 1,000 people down there.
I was there.
Yeah, how'd
Yeah.
it turn out?
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I think that the town really hit it out of the park with this.
Good.
I really like I loved how wide open it is. I know they took some criticism on the placement of it, but I feel that the way that it was designed and engineered, it doesn't block the view of anything. It really is something good for Verplank. You know, we remember what it used to be when we were
Yeah.
growing up, what it was like, and Mr. Martin wanted it to be open to the public.
Yes.
And they did exactly what he wanted them to
That's
do.
awesome.
And I feel like I was down there and I saw Dr. Becker and I thanked him. I said, as growing up in the Point, you know,
Yeah.
thank you for
Yeah.
for,
Could you
you know-
imagine if they built houses or
yeah, I mean,
condos there? That would have been a sin.
a sin, absolutely. I think that's the perfect setup for what they have down there. It leaves it open to the public, and we can enjoy it. I mean, have a party, have this, have that. It gives Verplank, the Point,
Yeah.
a little different flavor, and I like it. I really do. I had a good time there. I brought my son there. Me and my wife and my son went, and we really enjoyed it. They did a great job.
Yeah. And how was it working with the town, getting all the permits and everything for the feast?
Fantastic.
That was fine, right?
Fantastic. They
But it's such a good
Couldn't
thing.
be
Why
easier.
would you want to argue with it anyway? You know, you
No.
want this tradition to keep
Yeah.
going. So
they're very helpful with everything that I do.
Yeah.
They've always been, and it went from Linda to Dr. Becker, and it hasn't skipped a beat.
yeah, and they support you guys with the police, the county cops come,
Yeah.
and the state troopers.
The troopers as well. Everybody, you know, we get the county through the town and our state police as well, and it all works out perfect.
Yeah.
It always does.
And it's good just to have their presence, you know, so people say, you know, you just have, not necessarily behave, but, you know, you be kind of on the straight and narrow, you know.
Right,
and-
right. Well,
and try to-
we want to run a safe event.
That's right,
Yeah.
and that's key. So you got fireworks all week or just on Sunday?
Well, if I could shoot fireworks all week, I would. You know that, Vic. We have fireworks on Wednesday night.
Okay.
We're going to have a 9:30 fireworks show, and
Well, that's good.
a
That's
local,
not too late, so the
Yeah.
kids can stay up, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be our kickoff party at 6:15. We have a bubble bus that's coming at 6:30. It's like a family-oriented night, and then we're going to have fireworks at 9:30. A local foundation, Louis Lanza's foundation,
Oh, nice.
is donating the fireworks show on Wednesday night, and I'm looking forward to it. And then we'll have our fireworks display, our grand finale on Sunday night.
Now, when do you start setting up the booths and actually you got to put the sausage and pepper stand together, right? And the beer
Yeah.
booth and
Yeah.
who and when does that happen?
Who is you're looking at him?
All right.
And his sons and his
Yeah.
sons' friends, and you know, Vinny, of course, is involved.
All
Mike
right,
Lettieri's
Vinny.
still involved.
Yeah,
You know,
Michael.
Mike Lettieri is our electrician.
Yep.
Mike Green is our carpenter. We have a bunch of guys. We have a core group of guys that really help out every year. So the Smith family, all of them help.
Yeah, they're
you know,
great guys.
and we get together the Sunday before, which is the actual would be the 14th. We get together and finalize all the booths, but most of it's already up by then. You know, we have to hang our lights, our arches down 8th Street,
Yeah.
and that's something that we've taken on to ourselves because we used to have a vendor that came in and did it, but we decided that it was expensive and the price kept rising and rising, so we made an investment and made our own arches and lit them up ourselves. But with that investment comes work,
Yeah.
and hanging them is not easy.
No. And they came out beautiful last year.
Yeah, good.
And
Thank you.
it really does get that feeling going that the feast is coming, the feast is coming.
Yeah.
You know? So
That's why I tell these guys, we got to get them up earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it's because
yeah,
when I was a
last
kid,
year you did a little late.
we got it late last year.
Yeah, no, I know.
So this
It's
year,
almost like advertisement when they start going up,
everybody looks for those at the
Yeah.
top, especially the one at the top of 8th Street. You have to have that one up. So,
How about the rides? You got that all set. You pretty much do that right when the last feast ends. You
yeah,
coordinate.
correct. Yeah.
So
I
you-
scheduled that, and it's automatic. That guy, our ride vendor is me and him communicate throughout the year, and so he'll be there. Rides will be there. The
Yep.
field will be full. It'll be beautiful.
And no other feasts are going on. I know one year by mistake or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the St. Augustine's feast was actually the same as you guys, but they're usually in August anyway. So I don't know why that
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. Well, it's funny because I work closely with them, with their fees committee, and there was a mishap that year, and it'll never happen again.
No.
No, we are I communicate with them, and we organize together. Back in in the fall, they call me. This is my dates.
Yeah.
This is your
Yeah.
dates. We're done,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, it's good to be open communications, very important.
Yeah.
That's even a lot of time with golf outings. Sometimes they'll schedule a golf outing on the same day.
Yeah.
And then you can't get enough people to do it.
Yeah.
But I am playing in the Mothers Club football outing. It's on the 29th of July, and it's a great outing. It's going to be at Hollowbrook.
Oh, okay.
And Antoinette P.O. is one of the people that's helping the running, and she does a lot of work for you guys.
Yes, Antoinette is very helpful. We have for those who have been there, we have our booth that's set up we sell ice cream, and we have some small, candy and stuff like that, Italian ice, that go in that booth. And Antoinette comes in, volunteers on her own time to open it up to help the Little League. We sell to the Little League and we give stuff to the Little League. And she does it all 5 nights for the feast as well. So she really puts in a lot of time. She's very helpful, very helpful.
Yeah.
And she's a big part of the Football Mothers Club as well,
Yes.
which is also donated time, which, there's a lot of work involved.
I know she does a great job.
Very
We're lucky to have her work with us for a while, but
Yeah.
she's got so much going on between the kids, and then she's working for the school district in the cafeteria and does an excellent job there.
Very good.
So
very
just
good,
wanted to say hi to Antoinette and thanks for all the great work that you do.
Thank you, Antoinette.
So,
Correct. Yes, she
yeah.
does well.
Yep. So the feast is 4 days this year.
Nope. 5 days.
5 days. Starts on Wednesday, ends on Sunday.
Correct.
All right. Now, I've heard people complain that the fireworks are too late, that the kids don't get to watch it. What do you say?
Vic, I've been dancing around this question for a long
I
time.
know,
I've been
but
doing the
I've-
fireworks since I was
Yeah.
17, 18. That's over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And when it was passed on to me, it was always a question: how can we make this happen earlier? So, the real Feast of Mount Carmel, they celebrate all the way till midnight, okay? And the feast ends on the last feast day, which is at midnight. So, we don't do that.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, we
that's
do.
too late.
We're almost there,
Yeah.
but we do them at 11 p.m. So, I'm committed to try and keep this tradition going as long as I can. But I know that one day it may have to change, and I'm open to it. And I'm not saying I'm opposed to it because I know there are elderly people, there are veterans, there are dogs, and it becomes an issue. People have platforms to speak now, and a lot of people just want to live their life.
Yeah.
But it's only fireworks. It really is only fireworks. It's your tradition.
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes.
Yep.
It's summertime. We all have to. I even go to work the next day. I get it. It's late. It's fun, but it's only fireworks.
Yeah,
It's for
yeah,
half an hour
that's
on a
right.
Sunday night in the middle of July when people are out having fun, and I get where everybody's coming from with the lateness but
Yeah.
I am willing to listen because I know that sooner or later things
You
are going
might
to have
have
to
to-
change.
yeah.
You know, and we'll take it as it comes.
Yeah. You know, and being in politics now, you have to be open-minded.
Correct.
And these are the things that you have to be open-minded about.
Yeah, you listen. You have to listen to the public. The community is important. I mean, you know, as being in local politics as I am, I find it important to have an open mind towards everything and everybody.
Yeah.
Because no matter, we're all humans. We all have needs, and all our needs are different.
Yeah.
And you know, as an elected official, you should be listening. And as you listen, you know, you have to produce. And that's the one good thing about being an elected official that I feel that I can do, and it drives me to keep doing it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for all the work you do. I do want to say, it's amazing every year. You know, you think you've seen it all, and you always come up with something a little different with the fireworks. Where do you get to see them before you get to buy them, or how do you know what they do?
Yeah, it's a process that you know. So I work for Garden State Fireworks, and I've been with them for a long time. So the choreography basically comes from Augie Santori. He choreographs the show for me. There's a couple tweaks that I make, but he choreographs it. The product that we use, he has samples of the products, whether it be on video or he's sampled them himself, and he puts it all together. And I do tweak it. I tweak it a lot.
Sure.
But
Well, you're an artist.
well, I
it's-
try to. I has to go my way, and the final
Yeah.
product has to go the way I see it.
Yes.
But he does a wonderful job, and he does a lot for me. I work hard for him, you know, throughout the year. My sons are working for him now as well, and he remembers how him and my father worked together for so many years, and he takes care of the feast in Verplank.
That's right.
He does. He does a wonderful job. It's very helpful.
It's definitely the best show that I've ever seen.
Well,
So,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do have to say that we are at the library, beautiful Montrose, Hendrick Hudson Library. They offer so many services here. They have children's programs. They have, you could borrow a room to study, to do some tutoring. They actually sell Easy Pass here. It's unbelievable. You recycle. There's so many things that they offer here. Of course, take a book out. They have magazines, they got music, I couldn't believe that you can borrow a Fire Stick here.
Really?
Yeah, you're allowed to take a Fire Stick for up to 2 weeks. And of course, you have to be in good standing. Your record has to be good to take it. But,
Yeah.
you know, I thought that was excellent. And I want to thank Jill Davis for letting us use this room. It's beautiful. We get to come up here. If we had it at the club, we would have had to turn the air conditioner on, and that would have been a pain.
Oh
so,
boy, yeah.
Yeah.
The club, we would have melted at the club today.
Yeah, so we got lucky. The air was on here,
Yeah.
and we had this beautiful spot. So come to the library. It's a great facility. There's so much going on here. And I also have to thank Joe Pisano and James Brooks for the excellent job. I don't know if you got to see Casey's show. We taped at the, Let It Shine, where she has the pantry and the boutique. And what a great show it was.
Yeah, she's really special. She's special to us at the club because she does a lot of help. She offers so much to us, and she's really community driven, and it's really impressive what she does. And I watched her show, and it was good. It was good. It was good. It's like I don't know where she gets the energy to do what she does.
Well, when I asked her what you do for yourself, she does. She
Yeah.
exercises and she takes care of herself. So you
She's
have
got
to. You
chickens.
got to have.
She chases her chickens around the yard. That's what she does. She does yoga and chases her chickens around.
You don't have chickens, do you?
I do.
No way.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Is it a lot of work?
No, it's easy. They take
Yeah.
care of myself. They take care of themselves. I mean, it's fun. The
It's
kids
an
like
Italian thing too, right?
Yeah, the
Having
kids like it.
chickens.
Yeah,
Oh
it is.
my gosh! All right. So how if somebody wants to volunteer, can they come down and help out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Come down and find me, or find one of Vinny, or find somebody at the feast, and we will put you in the spot to work.
Oh,
I
that's
promise
great.
that.
Yeah.
We'll
And
find something for somebody
If they
to do.
want to be a member, how do you get to be a member?
So they can email us at Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Come on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
There's all our communication is on there. You can also come to the feast, locate one of us. We have many ways of getting in contact with us. So,
Good.
you know, there's always openings. We're always looking for volunteers.
Yeah.
The tradition needs to keep going. It's not just an Italian club. We are very diverse.
Good.
And we take in everybody that wants to help.
Yeah.
And that's the key. It's a nonprofit organization that needs help, just like all the other ones.
Yes.
So volunteers is key.
Yes.
So that's basically, just come find us, and we'll give you work, or we'll put you in the club and
Yeah.
take it from there.
Now, all year long, you have events for you guys. Do you have nut clubs? Do you do?
Not so much anymore. We
No.
do have a spaghetti dinner. We had last week. We had Gary Brown, our treasurer, had a 50 a doo-wop night. He calls it. Him and Tony
Right.
Franich ran a doo-wop night as a fundraiser for us. But it has become an annual event for, you know, people in his age group. Let's just say that, and they really enjoy it. And I get, you know. Last night he gave us the numbers at the meeting, how he did, and he did so well, and this and that. I said, it's not even about that. You know,
Yeah.
you brought out people from the community that look forward to this night, and we thank you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can rent the hall still. That's a big thing.
Correct. Yes, you can rent the hall.
It's a beautiful space.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yes, the hall is up for rental. Casey's sister Maria is the contact
Oh,
for that.
okay, good.
Maria Margiotta, yes, she's our contact for the rental.
And you can find that on the Facebook page
Correct,
too,
yes.
and the website.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so now you're gearing up for the feast.
That's right.
You hate to say you can't wait till it's over, but you can't. That's not the case, right? You're looking forward.
I always, I always say that to some people, but it's not true.
Yeah, no.
It's not true. So what happens is that, you know, I do fireworks. So the whole month of July is just a blur for me.
Yeah.
And my summer really doesn't start until the end of July, which is after the feast.
Yeah.
You know, the 4th of July, I do week, maybe 10 days of fireworks. Then I get into the feast, and then I'm bored.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, now what do I gotta do? Hang out with my family? But
Yes.
you know, they get me back, and they listen. They're with me every step. So.
Yeah. Do you guys go to Jersey, or do you hit the shore, or what do you
Yeah,
do?
we'll hit the shore. We're going
good.
to LBI at the
nice.
end of July.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So the kids they're excited,
It's
just as excited
beautiful.
for that as they are for the feast.
No,
though.
I know. It's awesome down there.
Yeah, we love
really
it there.
is. Well, that was another thing that we would always close for the feast at the Paradise, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that would be our vacation. So we would go to Jersey, but
Yeah.
you know, still love to go to the feast. So
Yeah,
can't
we'll
wait
be
to go
at the
down.
shore.
Yep, excellent. Anthony, thanks so much for coming on.
Victor, I appreciate you bringing me on.
Oh, that's
This
great.
is wonderful.
Yeah. So the date is the 17th to the 24th. Actually, the 16th,
17th to the 21st.
21st.
Yeah.
Down in Verplank, Highland Avenue. Come on down. Definitely come and see the fireworks, and come and enjoy the feast. This is great. Thanks for watching. Get involved. Come down to the library. Enjoy this beautiful facility. And I'm Victor Margiotta, this is a community show.